Imagine for a moment a father and his 3 young children riding on a busy city bus. The father stares aimlessly out the window without regard for his noisy children who are making a mess up and down the aisle. The children grow more and more wild, disturbing the passengers, and the dad remains unresponsive. He seems to have no regard for his children's behavior or even care about it. With each passing moment of chaos, the passengers grow more and more livid. Finally, a brave man stands up and asks the father, "Aren't you going to do anything about your kids? They're disrupting everyone and causing a scene." The dad shifts his glossy gaze over to the man and quietly apologizes. "I am so sorry," he says. "We just left the hospital. You see, their mother just lost a long battle with cancer. She died this afternoon." Did you find yourself feeling indignant during the first half of this story? Shaking your head about the way this father was behaving? Not believing how rude and entitled he acted by not correcting his kids? What about after you had all the facts? Were you suddenly understanding? Remorseful for what you had thought previously? Did you feel a deep pain for the loss that was causing those kids to act out? We were all moved from anger to compassion, not because the behavior had changed, but because we now had all the facts. Far too many times, we respond with offense before we have all the facts. And when I say we, I'm talking about myself as well. And I am calling for a revival of being unoffendable. You see, it has been my mission for the last year to be as unoffendable as possible, trying my darndest to give everyone the benefit of the doubt, extending grace for the circumstances underlying that I have no idea about. I've decided that more often than not, actually way more often than not, people do not intend to hurt you. People do not intend to break your heart. They do not intend to leave you out. And we get caught up by what we see on the surface and the initial emotions that we feel upon impact. Proverbs 19:11 says, "Good sense makes one slow to anger, and it is his glory to overlook an offense." I love that. It is your glory. It is my glory to overlook an offense. Whether real or perceived, we can have the glory of overlooking an offense. The Passion Translation adds that we are virtuous when we overlook an offense, and I really like that. You know, I used to have a gossiping problem. I should say I just like to be all up in everybody else's business all the time. I was the epitome of the, "Did you hear about this? Did you hear about that?" girl. Spreading drama, riling people up, taking sides, and being pissed off by someone's response to me or to my friends. And it was exhausting. It was so exhausting. Being offended all the time. Let me tell you, there is freedom in extending grace. Ephesians 4:32 says, "Be kind to one another." This is a command. Be kind, tender-hearted, forgiving one another as God in Christ forgave you. You don't deserve it. You don't deserve it. I don't deserve it. That's why we are able to freely give it. So, what should a follower of Jesus do in response to everything in this weird and sometimes wild, totally crazy, broken world with irritating situations and provoking people, intentional insults or mean-spirited slights? The good news is that the gospel brings us more and more into the image of Jesus Christ. We may experience the full range of disappointments and emotions, but we can learn to steward them instead of living as slaves to them. We can learn to respond redemptively, turning away the selfish and self-righteous reactions and respond redemptively. Romans 3:23 says, "For all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God." All. All. You, me, everybody. And it's time to let it go. It's time to let the offense go, and it's time to forgive and decide today that you too are going to be unoffendable. God bless you.